Good day, everybody, and welcome to today's episode on my YouTube video series. And today I'm in Johor Bahru and spending the night here in my Airbnb. And I'm going to share with you an interesting topic, which I think we have been getting a lot of questions recently, which is 5 condos in Johor Bahru that foreigners can buy for under 1 million ringgit. So the reason why the threshold of 1 million ringgit is important because generally speaking, a lot of people heard or understand that foreigners can only buy property in Johor Bahru that are the minimum price of 1 million ringgit. But actually, in case you do not know, there are actually some conditions or some projects where as a foreigner, Singaporean or whichever, you can buy properties in JB for below RM1 million ringgit. The RM1 million ringgit threshold actually only applies for resale properties. That means properties you're buying from the secondary market. But there are scenarios where you can buy properties from the developer, right, for below 1 million ringgit. And of course, there are several locations or projects in JB that you can buy below 1 million ringgit, but these are my top 5, and let me share with them here with you. Number one is Putri Cove Residences. Now, Putri Cove Residences is in Putri Harbour. It was completed around, I think, 2017, 2018, right? It's a freehold property. And the beautiful thing about Putri Cove Residences is that you get a lot of sea views. And probably the best sea views in Johor Bahru, I would argue, belongs to this project. Putri Cove Residences was developed by a Singapore developer. So if you go to the building, it's very high specification building, very nice, a lot of quality items used. Very feels like a five-star hotel. And again, the beautiful views. You enter the unit, the first thing that strikes you is the beautiful views. And they have a very, very extensive facilities floor, right? Their facilities floor have a lot of swimming pools, a lot of garden areas, very, very nicely designed. I think there was some Thai interior designer here. Even if you go to their sky deck on level 16, level 17, right? It's a lot of fancy, a very fancy function room, a very fancy gym, right? It's a bit fancy, right? I think even in Singapore, it's quite rare to find a condo where the facilities are so done up compared to Putri Cove Residences. So if you like the kind of thing for a weekend home or for a retirement home, Putri Cove Residences is for you. It's in a beautiful part of Putri Harbour, so very quiet, not much noise. But downstairs, actually, there's quite a number of supermarkets. There's one supermarket and some F&B. If you like some kind of alcohol, wine, that kind of thing, high end dining, there's a very nice coffee shop as well downstairs, and a Hard Rock Cafe also nearby. So very interesting place to live, right? And Putri Cove Residences, you can get a two-bedroom for about 900,000 ringgit plus plus, right? So 883 square feet, two-bedder, around 900k plus plus. No more one-bedders for sale, so the minimum price here is a two-bedroom, but it is a very, very nice two-bedroom, right, with beautiful sea views, which I think is the primary focus if you're going to buy Putri Cove Residences. Next property that you can buy as a foreigner, right, is Grand Medini, which is the top condo in Medini. I will recommend it if you want to buy something in Medini, right? Completed in 2018 by a local developer. They also known this developer also known for owning some resorts in Terengganu, right? So again, high specs building, probably the most high spec building, high specifications building in Medini, right? This location is quite near Legoland, so you can walk to Legoland, you can walk to the Gleneagles Hospital. Both are fairly nearby. The building is not very big, 3 towers, 600 over units, right? Again, a very nice facilities floor. Not very big, but again, you go there, has this very resorts kind of feel. Also quiet, right? And the only thing about Grand Medini probably not in his favor is that it's leasehold, 129 years, 129 years leasehold, right? But then again, prices in Medini are very cheap, right? You can buy a studio 474 square feet from 300,000 ringgit onwards. Yeah, so yeah, you heard me right. 300,000 ringgit onwards is only about 650, 670 per square foot. Two-bedroom around 500 over thousand, three-bedroom around 600,000. There are some dual keys as well for 700 plus thousand ringgit, right? In case the leasehold turns you off, right? There's a lot of rumor going on right now that the whole of Medini will turn into freehold. Yes, you heard that right. The whole of Medini, we heard a lot of rumors, very strong rumors that the whole of Medini will turn into freehold. So there is some play here. Some people are buying Medini now because they suspect that if it turns to freehold, prices will go up, and it will, right? Because definitely it's a premium for freehold over leasehold. But then again, like I said, if you're looking at all the Medini condos, Grand Medini is probably the highest spec building there, the nicest one there, right? And yeah, this one foreigner can buy for below 1 million ringgit. The next choice is Aliva Austin, right? Aliva is built by Astaka Padu. It's a Malaysian developer listed on the SGX, right? The completion will roughly be N2026. So this one is under construction. But this is for people who love Austin, right? If you are a Singaporean or a foreigner, you love the Austin environment, right? Because of its happening entertainment, a lot of food there, right? And you want to buy something there, Aliva Austin is foreigner eligible for a minimum price of 500 plus thousand ringgit, which you can get a 1+1 bedroom, about 595 square feet. So if you love Austin, like I said, right, this one can buy 500k plus just a little bit. You can get a 1+1 bedroom. They have some 3 bedrooms left, about 1,000 square feet, 1075 square feet for about 700 plus thousand ringgit. But again, Aliva Austin, not many units left. In fact, these units which I just mentioned, they are actually the just converted international lots, so not a lot of options left. But if you want to buy in the Austin area, foreigner, right, this is one option for you. Next option actually is a very common one that most people have heard of, is Country Garden Danga Bay. Now, Danga Bay is actually one of the plus points of Danga Bay is that actually not very far away from JB City Centre. Some people will argue that Danga Bay is actually part of JB City Centre, but drive to the RTS, drive to City Centre, maybe 5-10 minutes depending on where you start. Danga Bay is a pretty long stretch. Now, Country Garden Danga Bay was completed around 2017, also freehold, right? And Country Garden Danga Bay is a big project, right? I think over 9,000 units by Chinese developer, right? And the plus point of Country Garden Danga Bay is downstairs there's a shopping mall, right, with some F&B and also a supermarket. So you have some amenities in your vicinity. Now, Country Garden Danga Bay is also foreigner eligible. You can buy a 2 bedroom now, 800 plus square feet for 600 over thousand ringgit, right? A 3 bedroom, which is quite big. Their 3 bedrooms are quite big, about 1,000, 2,004 square feet, right? 700 plus thousand ringgit. So actually, Country Garden Danga Bay is an affordable option for those of you who cannot really buy near the RTS because you think that's too expensive. But Country Garden Danga Bay is a more affordable option, right? Again, not too far drive from the city center, right? And although it's a high density project, which some people may not like, but actually today occupancy is not bad, right? Because I mentioned the location is quite central, right? And you can get it for a fairly affordable price. The last option and the fifth option, which I is the one that I normally talk about, and you can guess it, is RNF Princess Cove. Now, RNF Princess Cove is also foreigner eligible for below 1 million ringgit. And you can buy a studio, right? A 471 square feet studio in RNF for about 600 plus thousand ringgit, right? Unfortunately, the 2 bedrooms now are around a million. I think you can still get some 2 bedrooms for 900 over thousand, but almost a million ringgit lah. So that's considered a million ringgit. So RNF Princess Cove you can still buy below 1 million ringgit. So if location is very important to you, you want to be very near the RTS, walking distance to RTS, right? But you don't want to spend more than a million ringgit, right? Then you can buy a studio at RNF for 600 plus thousand ringgit, which is about 180 thousand Singapore dollars, right? And so of course RNF also Chinese developer, freehold. The phase one was completed in 2018. The phase two was completed this year. So I do recommend most people to buy the phase two, which is brand new, right? There is still some units left, right? So my opinion, right, especially for buying properties in Johor Bahru, if you want to buy Johor Bahru, you buy the best location possible. And this is of course near the RTS, which is the best location possible. So RNF is that option for you, right? You can buy a studio for 600 plus thousand ringgit, right? And foreigner eligible, right? Also within the SEZ. Now, I think the reason why we're doing this video, why I say 5 condos below a million ringgit, because recently, as I mentioned in my earlier video, my most recent video, is that the Malaysia My Second Home Special Economic Zone, right, requires you to buy a property from a developer, right, and you must buy from a developer to qualify for this Malaysia My Second Home as category, SEZ category. And so some people, they're trying to don't want to commit too much outlay to this property, so they're trying to buy things which are below a million ringgit. Now, if you go and look at most landed in JB, some people say I want to buy landed, right? Since I'm going to buy, I want to buy landed. A lot of the landed in JB for foreigners already cross 1 million, and in many cases it's way beyond 1 million. You're talking about 1.3 million ringgit minimum, 1.4, right? And some of those which are obviously targeting bigger buyers, they are nearer to 2 million plus, right, for semi-detached or bigger, right? So they're not exactly cheap. So if you want to minimize your outlay to buy cheap, these are the 5 options which I'm covering in this video, which you don't need to spend more than a million ringgit lah. So a million ringgit is roughly 290, 300,000 Singapore dollars, which I think is an amount that most people are comfortable not to spend beyond this figure for the property itself, right? So these are five options to you, right? If you have any questions about these five projects, please leave it in my comment section below. I'm more than happy to show you all five projects. I'm also a property agent in Johor Bahru, and I can show you all the five projects above, right? And all five are to me the best choice for foreigners within that location, whether Putri Harbour, Medini, Austin, City Centre, Danga Bay, right? These are the best options for you if you have a budget below 1 million ringgit. So I hope this video was useful to you. If you do like our content, my content, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And we will try to create as many videos as we can to educate you about the property market in Johor Bahru and also about retirement in Johor Bahru or Malaysia. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.